I don't remember the last time college football was this wide open. Oh, wait. Yes, I do. 2007. What's going on, everybody? It's me again, Golden Blue Dude. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I make college football videos every single day. So, I had a rough Saturday as far as betting against the spreads. I was 6-7. By far, my worst week since starting betting against the spreads last year. But, I'm still above 500. 22-17 is my record right now. But, you can attribute that to this being probably the most wide open season since 2007. And if you guys have a good memory, y'all remember 2007. As a West Virginia fan, I'd rather forget. So let's look at the Big 12 real quick. Everybody thought that it was going to be Oklahoma and Texas and then everybody else. Well, it turns out that neither of those teams are that great. Either that or they just had a really, really bad week. Right now, check this out. Right now, Oklahoma State is leading the Big 12, and they're not that good. They're not even better than West Virginia, but they still won because West Virginia beat themselves. They couldn't get out of their own way. So that's how crazy the Big 12 is right now. And Texas survived Texas Tech in overtime. So they're right up there with Oklahoma State, tied for first in the Big 12. A win's a win. So I got to give it to Oklahoma State and Texas. But, man, they did not look good doing it. And then we have Oklahoma, and they did the impossible. I mean, statistically, they did the impossible. The AP Top 25 was on a 504-game winning streak when they were up by at least 21 points. And Kansas State was 0-545 when down 21 points to a top 25 team. So, Oklahoma, Kansas State, y'all defied the odds. Wow. Then you have Baylor. They whooped Kansas. They could be better than I thought. Iowa State had a bad first game against Louisiana, and then they come back and beat a decent TCU. Can Iowa State crawl back into the conversation? I don't know. And then West Virginia, can they rebound and actually get out of their own way and beat some teams they're not supposed to beat? I don't know. Big 12, wide open. Oklahoma's not even out of the race, even though they lost to Kansas State. We already know that from last year. They can come back and sweep the rest of the season, but they cannot play like they did on Saturday. Then we have the SEC, and the champs are done. And I knew this before the Mississippi State game. LSU allowed over 600 passing yards to Mississippi State and lost 44-34. Alabama didn't look all that great against Missouri. They did get the win 38-19, but they didn't look like Alabama. Auburn. Now, I think Auburn looked pretty good. Well, they looked pretty good in the fourth quarter. Going into the fourth quarter, it was only a 2-point lead, 15-13. And then they busted it wide open with 2 touchdowns. But Kentucky is a quality opponent, and Auburn was on upset alert. Mississippi State. That's a good win over LSU, but like I said, LSU is not that great. So the AP putting Mississippi State at number 16 is a bit of an overreaction. I would put them in the top 25, but not 16. That's way too high, and that'll play out throughout the year. A&M did not look good against Vanderbilt, and I said it at the beginning of the season. I don't know why Texas A&M is ranked as high as they are. They do this every single year. So I expect Texas A&M to not finish in the top 3 of the West again. Ole Miss looked decent against Florida, but their defense is horrible. And then we have the SEC East. Florida definitely looked better than Georgia on Saturday. Georgia did get the win against Arkansas, but Arkansas is terrible. And it took Georgia forever to get going. At halftime, it was a 1-point game. I believe it was 7-6 or 7-5, something weird. But Florida, they pretty much controlled that game. It was a little bit of a back and forth in the beginning, but trust me, Ole Miss is a much, much tougher opponent than Arkansas. Florida definitely impressed me, and I think the AP did get it right in that situation as far as ranking Florida ahead of Georgia. Tennessee They covered the spread. They beat South Carolina 31-27. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I thought it was going to be a tough game. Tennessee was on upset alert. Win and move on. And that's what they did. They survived and advanced. Good win for Tennessee. I think Tennessee should be ranked a little bit higher than they are. I don't think the Big Ten and the Pac-12 should be ranked yet. I'm sorry. They don't play for another month. Why? Kentucky looks better, but they blew it in the fourth quarter. Can't do that, Kentucky. Then we have the ACC. And even the ACC is up for grabs. Yes, Clemson is the alpha, and they are 2-0, but Notre Dame has looked good. They have been dominating. Miami looks for real. Miami is doing what they are supposed to do. They are dominating people. North Carolina, I know they've only played one game, but I expect North Carolina and Sam Howell to be right in the mix as well. Then we have Pitt. Man, I hate that they're good, but they are good. I don't think they're going to finish in the top 3, but in the top 5, yes, and I think they'll finish the season ranked, unfortunately. Boston College. Boston College is surprising people. They whooped Duke, and I thought Duke was going to be halfway decent. Turns out, probably not so much, but Boston College, 2-0 so far. Keep it going, Boston College, and you'll get ranked as well. Virginia Tech, I mean, they won, but we really haven't seen all that much. Virginia looked halfway decent. NC State definitely looks better than they did last year, but still not good. Clemson better watch out. There's some capable opponents this year. College football is crazy. Playoff spots are up for grabs. Championships are up for grabs. This is going to be a wild one, guys. I think this is going to be right up there with 2007. I don't even think that we can 100% say that Alabama and Clemson will make the playoffs. No questions asked. There's a lot of competition this year. Clemson and Alabama probably will make the playoffs. I'm confident, but I can't say it for sure. I can't guarantee it. There's too much going on right now. So, yeah, buckle up, guys. It's going to be a good one. That's all I got for you today on this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video.